What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? You know it's bad when the headline starts off with a Florida man. A Florida man claims he blacked out when he barged into the mobile home of his wife's lover, tied him up in the bedroom, then used a pair of scissors to cut off his penis. 51-year-old Alex Bonilla appeared in court on Thursday and pled guilty to charges of kidnapping to inflict bodily harm or to terrorize, burglary while armed with explosives or a dangerous weapon, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Bonilla, a married father of 5 dairy worker, has been jailed since July 2019 when he was arrested for allegedly mutilating his wife's 32-year-old lover and next-door neighbor at his home in the Gainesville suburb of Belle. Doctors have been unable to reattach the victim's sex organ, leaving the married father of 2 unable to urinate normally or have intercourse with his wife, according to court documents. Prosecutors asked the judge to give Bonilla 30 years in prison, but the judge settled for 20. According to a graphic pre-sentence report that was filed in January by the Florida Department of Corrections, the violent incident began unfolding July 14, 2019, 2 months after Bonilla caught his wife having sex with their married neighbor and family friend while babysitting the man's 2 children. On the day of the confrontation, Bonilla said he observed his neighbor looking at his house and decided to go talk to him. Bonilla said as they spoke in the victim's bedroom, he told his rival, "You need to stay away from my wife and leave her alone," which allegedly angered the man and prompted him to physically tackle Bonilla. The defendant stated that he then blacked out and doesn't remember anything after that point until he was at work and arrested, according to court documents. However, the victim had a different story to tell the prosecutors. According to the Mr. Willie-less man, on the day of the attack, Bonilla entered his home while he was making breakfast for his 2 daughters. Standing in the doorway with the gun tucked under his arm, Bonilla declared to him, "I came here to fix something," and then led him to a bedroom and closed the door behind him. Bonilla allegedly made the victim sit on the bed and put a gun to his head, then pulled a 2-foot metal pipe from inside of his pants and said he was going to break every bone for every lie the victim told. The victim fell to his knees and begged Bonilla to spare him and leave, at which point the suspect restrained his arms behind his back and told him, "You are not going to die, but you are going to have something to remember this for your whole life." According to the document, Bonilla then forced the bound man to stand up and pull down his underwear, exposing his penis. The victim stated that he asked what he was doing, but the defendant told him, "This is normal, you will not die." Bonilla then allegedly took out a pair of gloves and tied a rubber band around the base of the victim's penis several times to cut off circulation. Having completed these preparations, Bonilla produced a pair of scissors from his pocket and told the victim, "This is for all the women you have been having sexual relationships with," at which point he proceeded to cut off his wife's lover's manhood. The victim stated that he tried to move to get away and not to scream because of his children in the house, but Bonilla threw him to the floor and pressed his knee into his chest so he could not move. According to the victim's statement, Bonilla was unable to cut through the penis quickly and was getting frustrated because blood was going everywhere. Bonilla would stop at times and place the gun back to the victim's head. He carried on with the mutilation until most of the romantic rival's penis was finally cut off, according to the statement. The victim said he was lying on the floor bleeding, shaking due to shock and trying not to vomit. Bonilla told him, "Don't act this way. This is normal. If you try to call the police, I will be out in 2 months and I will come back and finish this. When Manila opened the bedroom door to leave, grasping 3/4 of the victim's members in his hands, he found the victim's oldest daughter lying on the floor and watching through the crack between the floor and the bottom of the floor. Deputies found and arrested Manila at the Alliance Dairies where he worked. The penis has never been recovered. The married father said that urinating and having sex with his wife has been messed up for the rest of his life. What y'all think about that, fam? First of all, let me say this, fam. Regardless of what dude did, I'm talking about the married father of 2 who got the penis cut off. The other dude is a sucker, a simp, no matter what. Okay, dude put himself in a bad position. But this fool who cut the man's penis off, I mean, he's really the super simp. That fool in prison for 20 years. He ain't seen his kids in damn near 2 years. So, did he love his kids more or did he love his woman more? Or did he really love his woman? Did he lust for his woman more? Since he cut off the sexual organ, because that's what it was about. It was about sex. It wasn't about love. See, because we don't harm the people. We don't hurt the people that we love. Oftentimes, we hurt the people that we should love. You understand what I'm saying? I think this dude was one of them regular old simps who just get caught up, you know, with booty. Well, you're going to have plenty of that where he's going. Well, and not where he's going, where he's at now. I mean, damn. What do you say to a case like this? Ouch. Damn. I understand. We're all human. You give to a relationship, you want the same thing back. You know, you're committed to a relationship, you want somebody to be committed to you. You're loyal, you want that loyalty back. And when it don't come back, it's crushing. But one thing that you can never do is put yourself in a position where you hurt yourself. And that's always my objective. Like, I gotta make sure that if I'm victimized, I don't end up victimizing myself also. So it seems like this guy is the innocent guy in the whole thing, but he doing 20 years. Now, dude getting his penis cut off, I mean, that's pretty much a death sentence for a man, you know? But this fool ain't faring too much better. His kids, he got 5 kids who are going to be out there in the world, all by themselves, with no daddy. Imagine how many dudes knocking off his woman now. The woman might even feel some type of sympathy for the dude, for the next door neighbor. So he probably still getting freaky with her, you know? He still got a tongue and some fingers left. You know, some people like feet, you know? Yeah. Let me tell you something. Ain't none of us perfect. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. In the game of love, most of us have been hurt. And most of us have hurt others. No one's exempt. This is a 100% chance game where you must learn to take your bitter with your sweet if you want the W at the end. Men, and I'm talking to men specifically, if you find yourself in a situation where your woman is stepping out on you. Divorce your cheating wife and start a new life. Now some will say, well, Willie D, it ain't that easy. Yes, it is. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?